after flaring up in yesterday's trading session. You've got the stock price of SCI that's somewhat quietened down in trade today. But let's connect then with Mr. A.K. Gupta, ex-CMD at Shipping Corporation, to just talk a little bit more about the outlook on valuations in the demerged entity. Thank you so much for taking time out. To begin with, what in your outlook basis this demerger could be the potential valuations?
Good morning, ma'am. Yeah, this demerger was inevitable. All I would say that this investment has taken a long time, and maybe the investors lose interest. But now finally everything has been done. But as you said, looks very challenging whether they can do it by March 23. Now the disinvestment will go into the year 23-24.
But do you believe that 2024 at least could be that FY24 is the likely timeline that they'll be able to finish this? And what are the next level of approvals you believe is likely in this process? Because the MCA approval is out. The next process would be perhaps demerging it and then listing it separately. What timeline do you think all of this will take?
I think they should be able to achieve it in next 1 or 2 months. It should not, as I said, it is already delayed and we should not delay it further. And maybe Deepang will ask for another round of expression of interest, because when in December 20, EOI was asked, maybe the investors were not very clear about this demerger of core and non-core assets. So I think that time when investors had bid, we don't know, we don't have clarity how many had bid. It has not been officially shared, but these are all speculations, whether there were 3 bidders or 4 bidders. But whosoever it was, surely the investors must have tied up their finances and all, and this has been a long time, and they will have, and there will be an impact of division of core and non-core assets. So there will be a rethinking. They will need some time to do their maths again.
But when you were at the helm, and I'm sure these discussions were still on perhaps at that time also, what kind of interest had you seen from the investors? And would you have a sense in terms of which are the assets which are actually getting demerged, and what's really in store for the buyers then?
See, one is the core asset, other is the non-core asset. Core asset is the ships, which are moving assets, which is the real business. Non-core is basically the real estate. The major thing is our shipping house at Nariman Point. Then we have our Maritime Training Institute at Pave. Then we have so many residential flats, right from Malad to Worli, Pedder Road, Colaba, and Cuff Parade. So these are the non-core assets which are not part of the business. Shipping house and the Maritime Training Institute premises, as per the agreement with Maharashtra government, they cannot be given to a private party. That's why I said these two cannot be part of the deal. Especially the shipping house, it is very strategically located, very close to Vidhan Bhavan. As far as investors' interest is concerned, I think still many of them are interested. They need clarity, and now the clarity has come. And as I said, they will start calculating, doing their what they are going to bid. They are going to tie up the finances. I just hope and pray that some Indian entity who should be the leader if any consortium is going to bid. SCI must remain in hands of an Indian entity. That is what I wish and pray.
Mr. Gupta, do you think there could be a piecemeal sell-off happening? As you said, there are so many different types of assets available. Instead of, let's say, going to one party, Do you think it can be, let's say, one land parcel gets piecemeal to somebody else, the institute goes to somebody else? Could that be a possibility on the cards as well?
See, Shipping Corporation of India is basically tanker-dominated company. Though in 1961, we started as a general cargo vessel company. But over the period, the transformation started somewhere in 70s, and in 80s, we dominated the Indian crude import. And to some extent, we are still dominating the Indian crude market. Well, still, SCI has got a majority fleet is tankers, and as you know, the tanker business presently is really on fire. It is booming, I would say, for since last 1 year, at least for 8 months. So all the investors, the buyers will have a lot of interest. The Ukrainian war has created geopolitical imbalance, and with the Russian sanctions coming, the tanker market, both clean and dirty, the freight rates are very much going north, and investors must have. This will definitely interest the investors.
Thank you so much for joining us today and helping us understand how exactly this demerger could pan out and what could be in store for the investors as well. Appreciate you joining us in the show.